Hey everybody, it is Pumpkin LPN, and I'm here with Navy Wife Vlog number 8. Don't you just love the way the natural sunlight is pouring in? Yes, Mother Nature is working it today. I love it. The sun is out. It's nice and warm outside. I'm about to take the kids out in a few. I'm just waiting for one of my sons to finish his homework. Then we're going to go outside and play. So since I have time to kill, I thought I'd make a video. This video is about power of attorneys, POA. I had a question, what is a POA? Well, it's a power of attorney. This is something that you need when your spouse goes on deployment, tour, any kind of, whenever they're going to be away, and it's going to be you there to take care of the business, you're going to need a power of attorney. You can always get a general power of attorney, and it looks like this. I'm covering up all my info. It looks just one page. And I have a whole bunch of signatures and stuff on the back. They'll need to be done. This is something that your spouse is going to have to do before they leave. This is not something that you can do. But it gives you the power to make all the decisions while they're gone. General power of attorney is one that you will definitely need to have. And this gives you, I'll just go over each bullet that it has here. There are 11 things listed. And this number 1 is real property transaction. That's any kind of real estate, buy, sell houses, stuff like that. Personal property, anything that, they own. This would include if you need storage shed, if you need, you can actually take this to go buy a car, but that might be classified under any business transactions. But anyway, remember, when you're going out and buying stuff while they're deployed, on tour, out to sea, just remember that your pay that you're getting now is going to go back to what it was when they get home. That means that you're not going to be getting the sea pay. You're not going to be getting your hazardous duty pay. You're not going to get your family separation pay. I don't know what other different branches get, but you're not going to be getting that stuff when they come back home. So just make sure that you can afford what you're buying on a normal salary. And another key thing that you might want to do is while your spouse is deployed is go ahead and take that extra money that you're getting and pretend like it doesn't exist. That means take your paycheck, subtract what you normally get and what's left over, put that aside. You can put that in a savings account. You can buy a CD, do a Roth IRA, do a regular IRA. You can do a spouse's IRA. And this covers banking transactions. Now, I'll tell you something that I did run into, problems I did run into with banking transactions is if both of your names are on the check, and this might just be my bank, but they made me deposit the check. They would not let me cash the check. Even though I had power of attorney, they would not let me cash the check. They made me deposit it. And I deposit into the ATM, and if you do that before 3 o'clock, you can still draw your money out, so no big deal. I still got my money. I still went shopping. Taxes, make sure your power of attorney says taxes, because if it does not say taxes, they will not let you file his taxes. Because I gave them my power of attorney when I went and filed our taxes this year, and they read over this with a fine-tooth comb. But my number 5 specifically says taxes, and if your general power of attorney doesn't have taxes on it, then he or she can do an extra return power of attorney that says taxes. This says government documents, vouchers, checks, insurance transactions. You can terminate premiums, you can start premiums, all that good stuff. Personal transactions gives representation and employment of assistance. Miscellaneous, and that just says acknowledge and deliver any instrument necessary to accomplish any of the powers herein granted to modify, reform, renegotiate, or rescind any contract or obligation hereof and hereafter made by me or in my behalf. So that's just something that's listed. Don't you just love the way that lawyers and legal stuff is worded? Does it really need to be that wordy? Can't you just say that she can handle whatever? That would be so much easier. I guess that wouldn't be just professional, but making a whole bunch of words doesn't make it all professional either. It just makes it wordy. It doesn't make it professional. Anyway, this does have an expiration date on it. It'll be 1 year from the date that you make it. And then, of course, he signs it, and the whoever, I guess this is a lawyer that signs it. So that's one type of power of attorney. That's the general power of attorney. Like, say, oh, another problem that I've run into since my husband's been out. Taxes. IRS does not take any of our power of attorneys. Any kind of military power of attorney, general power of attorney, none of that. If you think that you're going to run into problems with taxes, the IRS has a power of attorney that he will need to do himself. That allows you to talk to the IRS on his behalf. So what we actually ended up doing was he called me, I called them, and we did three-way, but I started talking and she had a fit. Oh my goodness. She's like, wait a minute. Who is this? Who's on that? And she was just like that. That's the tone of, who is this? Ma'am, nobody else is supposed to be on this line. I'm like, I'm his wife. And he's like, you know, it's okay. She's my wife. And she's like, well, hold on. I mean, she was frantic. I guess that would have been her job if, you know, somebody else was on the line. I guess she would have gotten in trouble, but sorry. It was all good. She didn't get in trouble. She finally came back on the line. She's like, okay, ma'am. As long as he says it's okay, it's fine. I was like, okay, because that's the only way you're going to talk to him, because he cannot call you, you know. Now we have, I also have another power of attorney. It's called a special power of attorney. You can get special power of attorneys made. We have my husband's son with us, and he has custody. So I don't have custody because, you know, he's not mine. But he gives me power of attorney over his child. So if you have stepchildren, you might want to get a power of attorney for them. And this allows me to make any kind of decision for that child on his behalf. So that's definitely something that you need to do. And it'll list each child, their names and date of births, and all acknowledging persons. So if you do have stepchildren that you're going to be looking after, you may want to do that. I think that's all I wanted to tell you about. But yeah, make sure you have a power of attorney. It's something that you're going to need, and it'll come in very, very handy. If you have any more questions, always comment, rate, subscribe, and hit me with some questions. I'm ready for more questions, you know. I think I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my day. So, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing. And I'll see you next time. Actually, I might do one more video. So, be on the lookout for one more video. Alright? Bye.